Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Happy Sunday. Happy Solar Plexus Day. You are now tuning in to the V.I. Izzle Show. This beat right here called Blue Moon. It's gonna be on my beat tape as well. I'm gonna try to get it out for my birthday, February 6th. I'm gonna have like 20 tracks on there, and the name of the album is called Organized Chaos. The name of the beat tape, I would say, is called Organized Chaos. I'm gonna be making up, you know what I'm saying, I'm making up CD copies as well. You know what I'm saying, for all my old school cats out there. You know what I'm saying, we're gonna be doing, see what I'm saying, I'm making up my own CDs though. You know what I'm saying, I already done created the cover. You know what I'm saying, the back cover, the art and everything for it. I got my little CD cases and shit right here. Just went and purchased the external hard drive to be able to burn CDs. So my little CD burn, I only paid fucking $19.99 for this shit on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? I know CDs is about obsolete right now, but if you have a CD player in your damn car, then yeah, you definitely, you know what I'm saying, need to purchase one of these CDs. Let me stop that beat right there. But you definitely, I would say, matter of fact, infinitely need to purchase one of these CDs. You know what I'm saying, when they come out, just to have it, you know what I'm saying, put that shit in the whip, you know, and just press play and let that thing ride. You know what I'm saying? I know we in a digital age now and all of that, but you know what I'm saying? Some people still like things that are tangible. You know, some people like to be able to see the thing physically, you understand? So this is something that you can, you know what I'm saying, pop in, throw it in your CD player in your car and just let that joint rock. You know what I'm saying? Just let it rock out. Or even if you got a CD player, old little boom box or something in the crib, or maybe a little CD player in your laptop or your desktop or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You could throw that joint up in there as well. You know, so yeah, coming soon, you know what I'm saying, coming soon, you know, this would be my first beat tape. And I'm working on everything, trying to figure out all the ins and outs, trying to, you know, I'm gonna put it on like major you know, platforms as far as you know, distribution and streaming services like DistroKid, and then DistroKid to put it on all the other services like Spotify and all that other stuff. I'm still learning all this shit, you know what I'm saying? Thank God for YouTube. I've been able to watch a ton of videos and kind of get the scoop on things. But yeah, look out for that. Alright, but this video ain't about that, okay? This is podcast number 2. This is episode number 2. I did the other episode the other day about the Holy Spirit. That was a deep video. You know what I'm saying? That was a real deep video on that. Another thing, well, let's just get into the video, you understand? Now, this video here is, I want to call it Equilibrium. You understand? Equilibrium. Because I'm going to be giving y'all, you know what I'm saying, certain aspects of spirituality that, you know, that I've become to be aware of, and the knowledge that I am being reminded of. You understand? Like I said, a lot of my information and you know, dealing with the spirit and astrology and things like that, I had got a lot of the astrology and a lot of the you know, esoteric spirituality within my last I want to say 6 years or so has been Dolo the Pilot, man. Shout out to Archangel Uriel. So I'm gonna be, you know, that's basically, you know, he's my spirit guide. You know what I'm saying? He's my spirit guide. And you know, shout out to the soul group and everybody out there also. So this is where I'm able to come at you with, you know, different aspects of spirituality and the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So equilibrium is basically, equilibrium is spirit based, because equilibrium is most likely your spirit. You understand? Your spirit is playing the equalizer. you know, because your spirit is no thing. Your spirit is just your space of observation. What are you observing? You're observing your masculine and feminine energies, you know. So you being the spirit, you know what I'm saying, you gave birth to your masculine and feminine energies, you know. So we're gonna touch on that, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna bring that in this video. I'm gonna try not to make it too long, but we're gonna touch on that. Like I said, today is Sunday, solar plexus day. What is it? January 14th, 2024. Yeah, so we got the sun is in Capricorn right now, 24 degrees, and the moon is in Pisces right now. So this you know, transit right here, we focus more on responding and reacting to your dreams, illusion, and imaginations when it comes to your business. You know what I'm saying? How you're seen, you know, your status. So basically, you know what I'm saying, standing on business and, you know, correlating your dreams and able to be able to, you know, focus in on that to be able to bring it down here into reality and make it make sense. And you have something to stand on. So those are the energies that we dealing with. You understand? With that, with the astrology aspect of it. So you know, and in my other video, I ain't gonna front, I went kind of hard on the humans and shit like that, because that's just the type of vibe I was in. I'm in the Aquarius, so by nature I look at everybody like humans anyway off the back, you know what I'm saying. But just me having another level of understanding, understanding, overstanding, and have done the shadow work and still doing shadow work, you know what I'm saying. But I feel like I'm more in the space of expansion, where I'm getting at with this information and the space that I'm coming from. You know, to be able to speak about this topic, and you know, bring to you something that, you know, you can utilize and you can use in your everyday life, to be able to help, you know, help the next one. You know, each one teach one. You understand? That's how we make things come into existence, and make it tangible. You know, that's how we materialize at the end of the day. So I guess let's go ahead and you know, get to the video. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, I know I went hard on y'all humans. You know, I wanted to bring it back there. I know I went hard on y'all humans on the last joint. You know, but you know, all is well. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean y'all no harm, and you know, or no disrespect or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just basically giving you the information, the best way I can get it, with the most non-biasness in there. You understand? I love everybody, you know what I'm saying? I love all y'all. I love my humans, and you know, we all have a human nature about us, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm top tier, I'm the top shit. To be honest with you, I ain't shit. I ain't no thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm spirit. So I ain't no thing. This is what helps to be able to be an equalizer, you know what I'm saying? To be able to you know, be non-biased about things. You know, it's just knowing that you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm able to talk like this is because I know I ain't shit. But me knowing that I ain't shit puts me in the driver's seat of being the equalizer. And now, you know what I'm saying, I can be shit. And I can be, you know what I'm saying, more of a shitster per se, you understand? So yeah, shout out to all the humans out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the spiritualists out there, everybody, you know, that's out there putting in work, and that's breaking the molds, breaking the generational curses, and getting out here and actually, you know what I'm saying, creating some content, and you know, helping to inspire the next one. You feel me? Let's go. Let's get to the business. You understand? So all right. So equilibrium, right? When we're speaking of and you're gonna see me keep looking down over here. I wrote some notes and things like that, so I'm not coming butt naked with the shit. Even though I think it comes out a little bit more natural like that, but I'm trying to be a little bit more professional with my things and have some kind of you know what I'm saying, material down here that I can utilize to help me to keep me on track, so where I ain't just having a stream of consciousness. You feel me? So equilibrium, right? We're dealing with equilibrium. Equilibrium is spirit based, okay? So it's dealing with a space of no thing, which is not no thing as what y'all been told what no thing was. I mean, you know, nothing, but not nothing like y'all been taught what nothing was. I mean, no thing. So it has no physical shape or form to your spirit. Your spirit is odorless, shapeless, non-gas. You know what I'm saying? That's what your spirit is. Your spirit is just your space of observation, all right? You got your space of observation. I got my space of observation. You understand? So basically, when we're dealing with equilibrium, right? And we're also dealing with a spirit base, the spirit base, we're dealing with vibration, right? So what is the vibration? The vibration is an aspect of yourself that came to be once, you know what I'm saying, you did that frequency. Once you know what I'm saying, once your frequency, which is when you became aware, your frequency became a vibration by default, and then that's how you began to materialize. You understand? So now to have equilibrium is to be non-biased about things. So an example of being equalizing your joint is we got to understand what are we equalizing here. You know what I'm saying? What's being equalized here? So we got to come from the purest space of consciousness and understanding, so we can actually create a system. We're working from the pyramid, you know what I'm saying, but we building from the top down, not the ground up. You understand? So vibration, right? When we talk about vibration, that's just a higher aspect of feminine energy. Yeah, you know. And we want to talk about chakras, right? Chakra work. A chakra, like I said in the last video, is just planetary bodies, wheels of light that the spirit utilizes to exist and be able to create. So a chakra, like I said, is also your planetary bodies, and like I said, stars are water. Right, so stars are they're influencers. So we all have a star system within us now. You know, we dealing with the heart chakra on up. We dealing with the more higher per se aspects of ourselves, and we dealing with the lower chakras. We're dealing with the more of the animalistic natures of ourselves. And this is where the equalizer comes in at, because if you're sitting in the seat of the soul, right, your no thing, you're utilizing these chakras as a vehicle. And you can even expand with your information and expand your spirit and become a larger spirit to be able to have more of an influence on a larger level, or you can condense yourself and become a demonic spirit where, you know what I'm saying, you're just all about the self and about self-destruction at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You're about genocide. And this is where I see religion is going and is about. You know, religion is like the worst form of spiritual. It's not even spiritual. Religion is really demonic, because it really teaches separation, and it supports genocide, especially genocide of the spirit. You know, they don't equalize things. You know what I'm saying? They usually deal with most likely the ego aspect of themselves, and they are lost when it comes to actually truly grasping the concept of what spirituality is, because they're utilizing, information and energies that are outside of them to be able to make them feel good and make them feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like they need a crutch, and that's what religion is. Religion is a crutch, and it's actually a cell, a prison for your spirit. You understand? So you can forget about equilibrium when you're dealing with religion at the end of the day. So now when we're talking about vibration and chakras and everything like that, basically we're speaking of rotations. So the equilibrium will basically be your space of observation. Your space will be your spirit, and your basically your space of observation and its point of position. Everything has its own point of position. In the bigger grand scheme of things, when you're dealing with the spirit, you're talking about the collective, and when we're talking about the soul, we're talking about the individual spirit. As an individual spirit, you have your space and I have my space, and this is basically your point of position. Now, when we're speaking about the chakras and all of that, you know what I'm saying, the chakras is dealing with a color system. And certain colors are frequencies when we're dealing with color. So when we're dealing with equilibrium and learning how to balance out things, you can actually utilize the color spectrum, because the color spectrum is going to tell you what kind of frequency and vibration you're in, and that's intel is going to tell you what kind of situations that you're going to manifest for yourself. So when you're unequalized, you tend to become biased about certain things. So you tend to tip the scale wherever you go. You all the way on this one and you all the way on that one over there. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the equipment necessary, or you're not utilizing the equipment that you do have to be able to look at things from a non-biased situation that will actually cause you to be much lighter in weight. So actually when we transition, we'll go into more of a space of, godly, more in the godly space, more in the space that's not so heavy, you understand, and we're not just keep on creating the same circumstances and situations for ourselves. When it comes down to it, so the key in the mission will be basically to create a world for ourselves that is less, traumatic and less harmful. Because when we're dealing with this physical realm down here, the third dimension, we're dealing with a lot of mind states that came together on some demonic shit. And we dealing with a lot of people that are in their ego driven, and they narcs, they narcissists, and they don't know how to look things from an equilibrium state. It's all about me, and how I can get and what I can get. They don't do things for the collective. The expanded spirit is going to do things for the collective, but how you would look at the expanded spirit, you'll look at the expanded spirit like they out their damn mind, and what the fuck are they doing? Because you don't understand, because you're still indoctrinated. You're indoctrinated. Even your thoughts are indoctrinated. Your feelings are indoctrinated. So if you say that you don't want to deal with astrology or whatever, that's usually the religious thing. They say astrology is demonic, but at the end of the day, I don't say astrology. I wouldn't say astrology is demonic. I say how you utilize astrology would be demonic, And when you're dealing with a spirit that is, that doesn't deal with equilibrium, that has a bias, then of course you'll look at astrology as being demonic, because you are living in a demonic space as a spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even about that. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. So astrology would be a good way to be able to utilize, tools to be able to see, where things would be heading at as far as your point of position in life, So yeah, I utilize astrology for certain aspects of things, but astrology is not the end all be all, but you have to have a level of understanding on what astrology is actually doing and what it's saying. Astrology is just basically, how we relate, to the stars outside of us. So it's all about dealing with relating and energies and influences that we have around us every day, but y'all taking it demonic because y'all still indoctrinated with a certain mindset and a certain feeling, and to tell the truth, like when you're really dealing with the spirit and things like that, you just don't want to go off of thoughts and feelings all day, because some of them thoughts that you're going off of ain't even yours, and some of them feelings that you're going off of might not be the best, thing for you to go off of. So you have to be mindful and have to be, wise, and have to have some kind of balance and equilibrium within yourself to not even fall victim to some of these thoughts and feelings. I can understand that you want to say that, God didn't intend for us to have astrology and know certain things and all of that, but at the end of the day, some of these people down here, they don't even have a direction where they're going, and they letting their feelings and their thoughts and their emotions guide them. And sometimes, that might be the worst thing to ever do, is to let your feelings and emotions drive you and steer you into a certain situation. You have to have some knowledge about yourself and some wisdom, and knowledge with wisdom applied is understanding. And once you have an understanding about things, how you move is different from, how the next motherfucker might move, even though they might look like they got this shit together, and even though, they might look like they're more successful than you. Success don't come from just what you have. Success is just being able to accomplish certain hardships in your life and actually gaining an ability. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. That how you do it is gonna teach you how to gain an ability, and that's you can take an ability with you to your next life. You can't take nothing physical down here to your next life. You understand? So that's how that works. So when we dealing with equilibrium, we're going to try to break this down on what even equilibrium is we're talking about. So you have a masculine and you have a feminine aspect of yourself, right? But we're going to bring it from the top of the pyramid down. So how did the spirit come into existence? The spirit became into existence. Your equilibrium came into existence from becoming aware of its individual space, right? Now we can break it down to one. The first energy would be, I would say the first energy is going to be the space of observation, right? So that'd be your spirit, your space of observation, your equilibrium. Your number two would be frequency and vibration, right? So you get the frequency and vibration, right? Number three would be push and pull, right? And that, this is all building down. This is how the physical, this is how things get materialized from the top down. So we got the space of observation, and we got, your number two is frequency, vibration, right? Number three, push and pull. Number four, positive and negative. Number five, good and bad. Number six, masculine and feminine. Number seven, thoughts and feelings. Number eight, man and woman. Number nine, male and female, and so on and so off. So when you're dealing with a human, a human is only looking at these things from some of the more of materialized aspects of things. and they're not able to really tap. They're able to, but they just don't tap into that because they choose not to do the shadow work, and they haven't been awakening to their own power. You know what I'm saying? But they deal with, like, the most condensed part, materialized aspects of themselves, which is feelings and thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But they think feelings and thoughts is feelings and thoughts, but they don't know where feelings and thoughts are, you know what I'm saying, coming from. You're not understanding that these feelings and thoughts trickle down from a more expanded, you know what I'm saying, mechanism that started. These are mechanisms. You know what I'm saying? There was a mechanism that started before we even put the name feelings and thoughts to it. Once you add the feelings and thoughts and put the you know what I'm saying, the words and the spelling on it and all of that, then you actually, you know what I'm saying, cause confusion within that. But we just utilizing these words right now because we down here in the physical form, and we just utilizing what we got to work with, the tools that we got to work with. So we have to utilize, you know what I'm saying, this bastardized language, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, when y'all hear good and bad, you know what I'm saying, you think good and bad is good and bad, but good and bad is not really good and bad. If you look at the mechanisms of good and bad, you can track good and bad always all the way back to frequency and vibration. You understand? So this is also a technique that you can do to help you keep a level of equilibrium about yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you look at male and female, you understand? Male and female, that's like the most materialized word that we can utilize as flesh. You know what I'm saying? Me being a male, female, you know what I'm saying, being a woman or a girl. You can say girl and boy, you know what I'm saying? That's even lower on a scale. Right? Girl and boy. Then you got man, you got girl and boy, right? Then you got male and female, right? Then you got masculine and feminine. So all of these pretty much have the same mechanisms to it. You have to be able to see and seep through the mechanism of something. This is how you have equilibrium. This is how you're able to equalize every situation in your life. You know what I'm saying? Even though some situations ain't even worth equalizing, some situations ain't even worth touching. You understand? But when you're dealing with this aspect of equilibrium, you understand that there's a mechanism that's taking place that's way more expanded before it comes down and start to be these words. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad, that's not even, that's an action. Good and bad is an action. It's not even a thing that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad is a mechanism that started within creation of what the spirit created. And that's negative and that's frequency and vibration, push and pull. So we're pushing and pulling, you know what I'm saying? We're pushing and we're pulling. So pushing will be the masculine, pulling will be the receiving end, you know what I'm saying? Looked at as feminine. So that's the basis of dealing with equilibrium, is understanding the mechanisms of a situation that's happening. So where you can even read the whole situation, you can even read your whole, you know what I'm saying, environment and see what's happening on a more expanded level, so you can be able to avoid certain things happening to you in the future. You understand? You could avoid of materializing a lot of bullshit in your life by having a certain level of equilibrium, to where you're not getting too lost on a polar shift. You understand? They always giving you this polar shift where you can be this, to be that. Be playing contrast, you know what I'm saying? You're contrasting this, contrasting that. But what makes you a more, you know what I'm saying, expanded spirit that's a little bit more wise is a spirit that has equilibrium and not dealing with the polar shift of too many things. It's good to tap into these energies. But when you're tapping into a polar shift of something like Democrat or Republican, you know what I'm saying, you're tipping the scale of balance at the end of the day. It's all have to be a balance here. A demon is going to want to hold on to the things that they want to hold on to for, I don't know, for their whole lives, and don't want to let go of certain things. They're actually tipping the scale. So being that we're stars, we are stars, like I told y'all in the last video. You know what I'm saying? Stars are water. What are you? 75% water, your physical vessel, right? So we are stars. So when you're dealing with a person that don't have equilibrium and they just dealing straight out of ego, you understand, and greed and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's a water cycle. So we're dealing with rotation, right? Rotation, a body of water. A body of water is a point of position. So my point of position, I'm really a body of water. I'm a spirit, but my chakras I create moves like a body of water. So a person's atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, it rotates like a body of water. You have another person's atmosphere rotating like a body of water. So when you get these two bodies of water that's coming together, you understand, depending on how you're rotating and how they're rotating, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna have sex. And that's called sex because they're actually connecting, right? Once you connect in that type of level, you're dealing with fusion and friction, and whatever kind of fusion and friction that y'all create from that water cycle clashing to each other, that creates a light, right? And that light spectrum is going to be the visible light spectrum that's going to be seen, but that's also going to be showing us how you're going to be able to, what's going to come out of your what's going to come out of that, you know what I'm saying, relationship between y'all two waters coming together. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it as the masculine and as the feminine coming together, or one atmosphere coming together with another atmosphere. And when y'all come together, create that fusion and friction, what are y'all going to create? You know what I'm saying? What's the child going to come out of that? The child is going to be the light that's being emitted from that fusion and friction, from that point of position. And depending on where y'all both land at and how y'all minds work, if your mind is in one place and on one you know what I'm saying, train of thought with your principles and values, and you got another one and their shit is total opposite from your mental state as far as your principles and your mind states and how you view life and everything like that, then that might be a inharmonious, you know what I'm saying, connection right there. And that fusion and friction is most likely going to create a circumstance and situation in your life that's unfavorable to the both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So it's good for y'all to be on the same page as far as, your what you like to do, as far as, you know what I'm saying, y'all should both be into like a lot of the same things. You understand? Y'all should both be into like a lot of the same things, because at the end of the day, y'all can be able to help each other, you know what I'm saying, grow in certain aspects of your life. And not only that, more of a spiritual connection at the end of the day when it comes to something like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once those spectrums come together, you know what I'm saying, once your spectrum come together with their spectrum and your atmosphere come together with their atmosphere, you know what I'm saying, that's like a fusion and friction, and that causes condensing, and that causes materializing. So once you're aware of that, then you take that and you utilize that as far as your spiritual aspect of yourself, and you go into any situation like that. So you can always look at it as a color spectrum. If you're going too extreme, you know what I'm saying, and you're dealing with your desires all the time, you know what I'm saying, and what you desire, that's demon like, you know what I'm saying, because it's only about your wants, your needs, and your desires, and that's utilized most likely in the lower chakras of yourself, like in you know what I'm saying, the penis, you know what I'm saying, the dick and the cooch area, you understand? And that's usually people that's just operating out of their lower vibrational self like that. And if you're down there for too long, you know what I'm saying, you're going to end up creating situations in your life that is unfulfilling. It's going to be unfulfilling because you're not having a healthy balance or equilibrium with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Equilibrium, be able to equalize it. Even each chakra has an equilibrium by itself. So even if I was to tap into the lower chakra, like let's just say Mars has an equalizer. You can equalize Mars too by utilizing the positive side of Mars and the negative side of Mars, which would be Scorpio would be considered the negative because it's the feminine, and Aries would be considered the positive because it's the masculine side of Mars. Now you can equalize that. You don't want to get too lost on a lot. The whole thing about it is just not getting too lost in one thing, because once you get lost in one thing, then that lostness, you're gonna be in that chakra. You're gonna be too desired and too stuck on that to transform that. You're not gonna want to transform that situation, which is gonna keep you heavy, which is gonna keep you vibrating low. You know what I'm saying, on a lower vibrational frequency as far as density goes. So you don't want that, you know what I'm saying? You want to keep the spirit nice and light so you're able to astro travel and move about the cosmos, you know what I'm saying, without having to worry about your cloud, you know what I'm saying, your atmosphere becoming too heavy because you don't want to attach from something, you know what I'm saying? Ain't none of this shit tangible. All this shit is tangible, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's forever is your spirit. Just remember that your spirit is forever. You understand? And all of us as individual spirits make up the concept of God, because it's all possibility. I'm possible, you possible. He's possible, she's possible. All our possibilities come together as a whole creates the concept of God. Not just one individual is God, you understand? All of us together, all our possibilities together. That's why we don't even give God a name. We just say God is all possibilities, because that's like one of the most lightest frequencies and forms that you can even use to even describe what God is, or what, you know what I'm saying? And we're not even doing that no justice. So yeah, I just want to keep this video short. Basically, that's what equilibrium is. Or, from what I've understand and what I remember, and able to obtain what equilibrium is. I hope this video helps y'all out. You understand? Yeah, till next time, holla at your boy, VI Izzle. Peace.